Here's my 4-step plan to achieving financial freedom within 7 years. In step number 1, I'll read 1 book a week. I learned from the book The Almanac of Naval Ravikant that reading 1 book a week would put me in the top 1% of readers. Now, if you'd asked me a year ago, I would have said that that's absolutely impossible. I don't have that kind of time. But discovering audiobooks earlier this year has been an absolute game changer. I listen to audiobooks when I'm driving, cooking, washing the dishes, hanging out the laundry, and whilst just going about my day-to-day life. In fact, I sometimes find myself listening to 1, 2, or even 3 audiobooks a week. Proud to be in the company of the top 1% of readers, step 1 of my plan is to continue this 1 book a week reading habit. My favorite topics at this stage are finance, productivity, and happiness. Following Ali Abdaal's honest advice on achieving financial freedom, I made a start by reading the books on Ali's recommended reading list. These include Millionaire Fastlane by M.J. DeMarco, Million Dollar Weekend by Noah Kagan, $100 Million Offers by Alex Hormozi, and Dot-Com Secrets by Russell Brunson. Building on the reading momentum I gathered, I then read some more finance classics. These include The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel, Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, Barefoot Investor by Scott Pape, and The Diary of a CEO and Happy Sexy Millionaire by Stephen Bartlett. My reading on finance to date has me convinced about 2 things. The first is that passive income and financial freedom are real and achievable for everyone, including myself, not just for the people who are exceptionally smart or in on some kind of secret or got lucky, but for anyone who's willing to work hard at it. The second is that financial freedom is a worthwhile goal to pursue for the independence, freedom, and flexibility that it would offer. The second topic then is productivity. So, I do want to achieve financial freedom, but I don't want to quit my day job and I don't want to turn into a terrible parent. So I've been reading all these productivity books to help me optimize the use of my very limited time. I started by reading The 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss, Atomic Habits by James Clear, and Feel Good Productivity by Ali Abdaal. I have 2 key takeaways from these books. The first is that success does not come from remarkable changes made overnight. Rather, it comes from tiny actions that are consistently repeated over time. The second is that I'll never achieve my final goal of financial freedom if the journey is not enjoyable. My third topic of interest is happiness. This is because I don't want to end up chasing some kind of empty financial goal at the cost of what really matters, which of course is happiness. I want to optimize for my end goal, which is financial freedom and the independence, freedom, and flexibility that come with it. And I want to make sure that I don't end up chasing the goal of making money at all costs. So far, the books that I've read on happiness include Solve for Happy by Mo Gaudat, The Courage to be Disliked and the Courage to be Happy by Fumitake Koga and Ichiro Kishimi, Wanting by Luke Burgess, and of course The Almanac of Naval Ravikant by Eric Jorgensen, which really does cover the topics of happiness, finance, and productivity all in one. These books have cautioned me against getting caught up in the game of keeping up with the Joneses, and they've encouraged me to be more introspective about the things that really do matter to me. In my case, these things are family, health, community, and continuous learning. Step number 2 in my plan is to post 1 YouTube video every week. I learned from the book The Diary of a CEO by Stephen Bartlett that the person who learns the most in any classroom is actually the teacher. Both Stephen Bartlett and Naval Ravikant talk about how they've profoundly benefited from the habit of making 1 tweet a day from the things that they've learned in their day. My plan is to basically do the same, but with 1 YouTube video every week. My aim here is to force myself to simplify complex information from my reading, summarize my own learnings, and hopefully start a dialogue with my YouTube audience. Step 3 is to improve my life by 1% every week. Inspired again by the book Atomic Habits, my aim here is to be 1% better every day. I read that if you improve by 1% each day for a year, you will end up 37 times better by the end of that year. As examples here, I might cancel my monthly subscription one week, open a joint bank account with my husband in another week, with the hope of these tiny actions compounding into something much larger in the long run. Step number 4 is to repeat. As Ali Abdaal reiterates in all his advice, stop overthinking and start taking consistent action. Ali also says that building a life-changing YouTube channel is just a matter of creating videos that people find valuable, posting them on YouTube at least once a week, and repeating this for at least 2 years. Ali says that if you follow this 3-part formula, your life will change in ways that you can't imagine. So that's my 4-step plan. Read 1 book a week, post a YouTube video every week, improve my life by 1% every week, and repeat for 2 years. Now I'm hoping that by the end of those 2 years, I will at least have a clear roadmap to achieving my financial freedom goal. Or, in the worst case scenario, I'll at least be 100 times wiser than I am today from the 100 books I will have read and the 100 YouTube videos that I will have posted. Let me know what book you think I should read next. I'd really appreciate some recommendations. See the description box below for links to the books that have inspired me to make this video. And finally, subscribe to my channel if you want to follow me on my financial freedom journey.